Good day, everybody. My name is Paul Akinlusi Panayocom Oshobu. My YouTube channel is Panayocom YouTube channel is Installer Paul. So here is another new installation where I'm removing the battery from the package, and as you can see, those are the indicators, battery level indicators. And in this system, we are using two batteries. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please ensure you watch our videos, subscribe to our channel, like our video. If you have any comments, you can as well make those comments to help us have a better feedback from you guys. And at the same time, we run installation classes, practical classes, theoretical classes, on-site installation knowledge you can get across to us. So that's the battery once again. And we're trying to fix the battery level indicators on the battery. That's our rack, that's the inverter itself. So those are the both are not for the rack. We are at the same time trying to couple the rack together. This is a locally fabricated rack. That's our cable that we'll be using for the AC part of the installation. And at the same time, we have different teams on ground. Some part of our teams are coupling the rack, another set are putting the battery together, and at the same time another set are trying to mount the panels on the roof. So that's the battery rack, and this battery rack have the capacity of 2 batteries at a time, and we are using both are not side pattern to package the rack together. So that's the lower part of the rack, as the boot and nut. And the rack was just freshly painted on the morning of the installation. We have a welder, which is also a fabricator, that we normally contacted to help us get the rack done. And sometimes we go for prefabricated rack from Lagos. So I will put washer on the boot and nut so that the rack can have a very firm grip at the both and nut ends. You can see those washer there that we are putting on it. So it makes it have a uniform grip on the both and nut end. So those are the guys that are working on it. We ensure that it's well tightened. So after tightening it, we check again if the rack is stable or not. Can you see? After using hand to tighten it, we use our spanner to tighten it. Those are the spanners. So we use size 12, 13 and 14, 15 spanners, because some of the bolts are 12, some are 13, some might be 14. So we normally advise that you have a complete set of spanner from 8 to 22. Normally you have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, 22. So most times that's the complete set. And sometimes we normally advise that you get a ring and a flat. So, but if you can't get a ring and a flat separately, you can get like that one, the spanner that has ring at one end and flat at the other end. But the most common spanner that we normally use 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, 17 for the solar rack. But for the battery rack, it's normally between 10 and 13. As you can see there, we're ensuring that the like a farm. Now we are putting the battery into the rack, and you need to be careful while placing the battery. And one of my advice is that don't put the battery indicator there yet until after placing the battery into the rack, so that you will not break the battery level indicator. So please ensure that you don't put the battery indicator there, because sometimes when you put the battery indicator there and you are trying to place the battery, you might damage the battery level indicator. So that's us trying to put the battery into the rack. And another advantage of using a locally fabricated rack is that you will be sure of the thickness of your ions. You'll be sure of the thickness of your iron bars. So that's us trying to put the battery there. And depending on the cable lock that you have, you can make the arrangement close to each other. If your jumper cable is short, and you can place them far away from each other if the jumper cable is very long. So after doing that, we separate the battery a little so that there will not be a partial contact there. We now put our battery level indicators. Now you can use now that we are now putting our battery level indicator. You will notice that we untie one part of the battery rack so that it will be easy for us to put the battery level indicators. And sometimes the battery level indicator will go down. You can get some distilled water to put to add to it so that it will fill up. You will notice that on the battery level indicator we have the green and the red. The green stands for the peak and the red stand for the nada, meaning that if it's at green, it means the battery is still in good condition, and if the battery level indicator is going down, it means either the volume of the distilled water is going down, or the density of your water is also all going down, or both. So we normally put a battery level indicator first into a distilled water so that all impurities on the indicators are out before now putting it inside the allocated area on the top of the battery. In some battery setup like this, battery is on the side. In some other battery is in the middle. So whether it's on the side or in the middle is always well indicated. And don't misplace it. There is a place in the middle for you to check your battery, and there is another place where meant for the battery level indicator. As you can see, we are putting it there now. We are using a Sunfield SUFLASQ battery. It's one of the newly launched battery in the system, and they as well promise us a warranty of 18 months. So that's it here. Then you need to put the battery gel. The function of that battery gel is to increase the conductivity of your current, and it also protects it from the cap of your battery from gathering all these dirty things at the top that reduce the. So now we are outside. That's the panel. I've already placed the panel. If you want to learn how to place the panel on the roof, you can watch our previous videos. And please note, use the right cable gauge. That's one of the things we normally ensure at our own end here. We use the right cable gauge, depending, maybe it's 4 mm, 6 mm. In this installation, we are using 10 mm cable because we are using 400 half cuts. Can you see now? We put it 33. So we're having 6 panels on the roof. And make sure that your panels are well insulated and the cables are also well insulated to avoid fire incident. So we are going back into the room now to show you the system itself. So As I said earlier, you can reach us on +234 80 380 15711. If you are within Nigeria, you can call 080 380 15711, and you can see that is our thunder arrester. Please, we normally advise in any installation you are doing, ensure that the building is well heated and also protected from thunder strike or thunder spike. So that's when we were installing the panel one after the other. So that's it. That's it. While we're moving the panel to the top of the roof, and we ensure that two teams members are on the roof, one in the middle, one person down, and we are using cable to draw the panel towards the roof. So now we are through with the installation. So we have that as our charge controller, is Sunfield charge controller. We have two breakers for the DC input and the DC output. We have our inverter, is a Syndian inverter, 3.4 kilowatts, 3.4 kVA, inverter. That's the system, and we use a smart charger in this system. And the major function of this smart charger is even at low electricity. Some people normally call the smart charger smart rectifier. At low voltage, the inverter will keep charging the battery, and the smart charger will also increase the pace of charge. And we use an Huawei smart rectifier charger there that can charge up the battery within 4 hours, because it has an amps of 50 amps, and those are our breakers. And definitely, if you don't know the function of breakers, you can watch our previous video. That's our knife changeover switch. So the upper part is the power holding part, and the downward part is the inverter part. And the whole system is on marine board. That's one of our unique installations component. We ensure that all our components are placed on the marine board, so we don't need to start drilling the house. And that's the major board for the building. That's a 3-phase board. We put it at the middle so we can test our inverter as well. That is working perfectly well. And we ensure that there is a proper separation between the live and neutral. There is proper isolation on the building, and every other things are in perfect conditions. So you can see those are our two batteries arranged as a 24-volt system, because we connect them in series, and that's our inverter on top of the batteries. If you have any job for us, please, we are just a call away from you. And my YouTube channel is Installapo. My name on Facebook is Akinlusi Paul Akinlolua. My phone number once again is 080 380 15711. Thank you very much, and stay blessed.